think about the messages you learned about money when you were a child. So just think about, what did you learn about how to get money, about people who have money, about people who need money? Were there any like sayings that came up over and over again? What did you learn? So Chris Rock, the great social theorist, Chris Rock, he had this distinction between being rich and being wealthy, right? And what he said was Shaquille O'Neal, right? He's rich. The guy who gives Shaq the check, he's wealthy. The idea here is that income can come and go, wealth hangs around, where each human represents 10% of the American population. Each chair represents 10% of the wealth in America. We're going to talk about wealth distribution first. Yeah? So everybody have a seat? Is this the wealth distribution that exists in America right now? No. Is this a wealth distribution that exists in any country in the world? No. There is nowhere you can go that has an absolutely even distribution of wealth. It's probably not possible. Tanya is going to represent the top 10% of wealth holders in the United States. And actually, you have 7 of these chairs. 70% of the wealth belongs to 10% of the people in the US. And so I'm going to ask you to scoot on down. This is the income distribution we have in the US right now. It's actually a little bit deceptive because the fact is that the top 1% should have 4 chairs all by itself. How are you feeling down here? It feels comfortable, it feels good. Do you have any feelings of guilt, Tanya? How are things going in this part of the world? Oh, it's a little crowded, is what we said. Okay, so, are you guys happy with this situation? You'd rather be her. Well, see, now that's interesting, right? Because this is the response of a lot of Americans, isn't it? Is not so much to be upset with her, but to want to be her. Yeah? So that's good, that's good. So who are you all, if you were going to be upset about your situation down here, who would you be upset with? The 3 on the chair. Folks, are you starting to see that it is much easier to be upset with the person whose elbow is in your gut than it is to be upset with a system that is abstract or with an individual that you don't even see? Like ever, right? They don't shop at the same stores, they don't run into each other in the park, like ever, yeah? So it's much easier, like you might be starting to go like, hang on, how come he got that $1 raise that I didn't get? Hang on, how come she got that promotion that I was in line for? I mean, maybe they were, trying to hire new immigrants, or maybe they were trying to hire women, or maybe they were trying to, are you following me here? Please, 5 folks, come on down. You saw that it's painless. Now we're going to talk about income distribution. Each person represents 20% of the population with regard to income. So here's what we got. Well, remember, this is census data, by the way. And what we've got happening here is, this is family income.
Hi, my name is Yolanda.
Thank you, Yolanda. So Yolanda is representing the lowest quintile in America. 20% of the US population is living on a family income of $0 to $20,259. So Yolanda, what do you think? What might be some of the jobs that people have? What income are these folks having?
Minimum wage, probably maybe up to $10 an hour. If anything.
Minimum wage, up to $10 an hour. Who else? Who else is in this category? You can help her out if you want to. Yeah, that's a good one. Disability, folks that are on disability. We got the 0 on this end as well, and so that's also going to be folks that have no income, right? Maybe people, welfare, yeah, and people who are incarcerated probably are going to be on this end of things.
Or even students.
Or even students. Oh my goodness, could this be true?
It's true.
Yolanda's like, no, it's true. So do you have a sense, Yolanda, can you think of a TV show that represents families in this quintile?
I'm having a really really hard time.
There's a reason she's having a hard time. Do you have an example? Locked up? Good one. Good one. Can anybody else think of Orange is the New Black? What happens when the only place we see 80+% of American families in the media are on shows like Cops and Orange is the New Black and maybe Roseanne, which is not even on the air anymore, and Good Times, which has been off the air for decades? What's happening there? You're getting an unrealistic idea of what you're supposed to have, because remember that the media is advertising driven. And if I can't afford it, what are we supposed to think about ourselves? That you are a personal failure. But we have forgotten in those moments, we have forgotten that power is not just out there. Power is also here and here and here and here and here and here. It is being created every moment of every day just by us living our lives. So you do not have all the power, but you have your power. And that's what we have to work with. So I look forward to working with you